In the run-up to Disclosure Day's release, which is the new Steven Spielberg movie, I'm reviewing, watching and reviewing as many Steven Spielberg movies as I can. We've already reviewed Duel and Jaws. We're going to go back in time a little bit here. Let's talk about Something Evil.
That's a pentacle to ward off evil.
Oh, it's a kind of nice design. I think I'll leave it there.
Well, it's one thing to paint it on, it's another thing to believe in it.
Released in 1972, directed by Steven Spielberg, Something Evil is a TV movie. Now, what's interesting, you go onto his Wikipedia, you won't find this in his directed works list. It stars Sandy Dennis, Darren McGavin, and Ralph Bellamy, and was written by Robert Klaus. A married couple with 2 young children move into a Pennsylvania farmhouse, turns out to be inhabited by demons. Paul is a TV producer and his wife Marjorie is an artist. The home and countryside seem idyllic until strange things start to occur.
Paul, I'm not one to hurt the children. You know that. I've never even spanked them before. You are aware of that?
Yes, Marjorie, I know that, but that boy looks like he's... What happened?
I realize that he is really hurt. Now, I have apologized to him, and I am trying to apologize to you.
Now, this doesn't initially feel like a horror movie, and actually, it kind of doesn't feel like a horror movie until the film is pretty much over. Sure, our main character, Marjorie, has these bad dreams at first, some creepy vibes where she hears a baby crying, and there's a lot of subtle stuff in this movie that was quite creepy, and then a lot of it just didn't really work. Doesn't feel like a Spielbergian movie, right? That whole E.T., Goonies, Indiana Jones thing isn't here. Instantly, you can tell it's a TV movie. It's very low budget. In fact, reminds me of the Hammer movies. Not a fan of the aspect ratio, actually, by the way. It's 1:51, which was the same as Obsession more recently as well. Straight up, I'd say the performances aren't that good. It's very mediocre, and there's nothing special about the direction, in my opinion. So it's very strange that this is Spielberg because it hasn't got his kind of like hallmark touch on it. There's one element in this film that happens, and I really, really liked that, and it was the fact that they were trying to film a TV commercial, and they had the sound guy with the boom arm, and it picks up a weird sound that they didn't hear when filming it. Just things like that. Like that is that's quite creepy. We don't get that kind of element now in movies. It's all overblown. So there is some kind of small things in the movie that are kind of creepy, but they're very few and far between. The editing isn't great. The effects are very poor, very cheap. For example, there's a moment when they're in the car and the windscreen smashes, and the transition is weird. It's a really weird thing, and it instantly cuts to our main characters again and their reactions like later that day, and it's just like a whole moment of time that's skipped over for no reason whatsoever. Like I said, it's full of tropes. It's the whole husband works late in the city and they live really far out, and she starts seeing things, and when he asks him to come home, and he's all pissed off because he's in board meetings and he's getting strange looks from other people that he works with, and it's a very important job, and then he comes home and is like, "You're mad, woman," like just doesn't trust her. Like suddenly, like no matter how long they've known each other, there's no trust there. When it comes to this, he just thinks she's insane. I guess it doesn't help that she makes all these trinkets and weird things because she's all very crafty, and that's what she does at home. It's just all very cliche. Like there are many movies that have done this. But you can see Poltergeist in this. Like obviously Tobe Hooper directed Poltergeist, but there's been a long ongoing debate throughout the years whether or not Tobe Hooper actually directed it or if Steven Spielberg had more control. And you can definitely see some elements of Poltergeist in this movie. One of the weird things I didn't like, kind of crazy, creepy but weird moment, is this jar of something and it's like screaming and it's in the cupboard and it keeps moving around the house. It was freaking weird. This is a short feature as well. It's just under 75 minutes long. On paper, I think it's a decent setup for a haunted house movie, but the execution isn't there, and definitely needed some more. Perhaps needed a bigger budget for it to actually fulfill what it was trying to do. If you're hoping for what you get out of films like Poltergeist or even modern stuff like The Conjuring and that kind of tropey haunted house, new house, haunted house thing, you're not going to find much here. And there's clearly a reason why it's not in his main body, listed in his main body of work on his Wikipedia, because it's almost like he didn't want to be remembered for this film. But for me, if you didn't know this was directed by Spielberg, you wouldn't be able to tell. Whereas there are a lot of things that he does in his movies that are kind of his footprint. There's nothing here of that kind. I'd definitely skip this one, guys. You're not going to get much out of it. There's better examples of this genre. There's better examples of this cliche trope running movie. I would recommend Poltergeist itself, The Conjuring, the Amityville Horror. Like, there are so many great movies that have done this kind of idea and made it so much better. This is almost like an American take on the Hammer movies. It's just not that great. But what did you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section below your thoughts on Something Evil. Have you seen this movie? Have you not seen this movie? Perhaps you have some insight. Perhaps you remember it being on TV. Let me know down in the comment section below. And please do hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you like this content, then please hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment, because it pushes me in the algorithm and YouTube will then push this video out to new people. I'd highly, highly, highly appreciate it. We've got a load of Spielberg movies to try and get reviewed, and I've also got Scary Movie as well, and I've got Masters of the Universe coming up, so I want to check out the original and review that as well. Busy, lots going on. If there's something in particular you want to see here on the channel, leave a comment as well, and I'll make sure that happens. With that being said, I'll see you real soon with the next one. Take care of yourselves.